Alright, just gonna quickly get a little drink before we get started. Oh crap, we're live? Oh crap, okay, let me just, oh boy. Okay, nope, not,
I can't slow down, shouting loud, got me running red lights. Oh, I just can't get you out of my mind.
Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be doing another double review. We haven't done this since the TF1 Prime and Megatron, so I figured I'd switch it up a little bit. And we're going to be taking a look at the Deluxe class Bonecrusher and the Voyager class Scrapper from the 86 line. Now these two, they're obviously part of the 86 version of Devastator, which was the first version back in the 84 series and the 86 movie. But how are they in person? Well, let's go ahead and dive in and take a closer look at them. And so, starting things off, we're going to take a look here at their packaging. So we're going to start off with Scrapper here. As you can see, we get a really nice CGI artwork, or just this amazing art style of Scrapper in his robot mode, his construction vehicle mode, Transformers Studio Series, Transformers the movie, Constructicons Scrapper. On the side of the box, we have the lovely artwork of Devastator. On the top, Transformers the movie and Scrapper. On the side of the box, we have the artwork continuing over to the side, as well as Autobot City with the Autobot logo and the Voyager class. On the back of the box, you do have the obligatory product shot with the robot mode, the vehicle mode, Scrapper holding some of his weapons. We have Devastator fighting the Dinobots, and a bio that reads, Scrapper is the engineer and designer of the Constructicons. He combines with the other Constructicons to form Devastator. So that's it for his packaging. Now getting to Bonecrusher, he has pretty much the exact same things as Scrapper, just in the difference of him being in the Deluxe, except for the Deluxe sizing. But on the back of the box, as you can see, robot mode, vehicle mode, same thing. And the bio that reads, Bonecrusher, a battles the Autobots in Autobot City on Earth. So that's it for the packaging. So now let's get into the figures. And with that out of the way, here we are with the Voyager class Scrapper and the Deluxe class Bonecrusher, two figures that start off the 86 version of Devastator. So without further ado, let's get a closer look at these guys. Starting off here with Scrapper, as you can see, he does have a lot of the basic designs that the 86 figures and the 86 characters usually have, based off the fact that they had some pretty simple animation when, you know, it was like 1984, 1986. But they were able to capture it super well. The head sculpt is absolutely incredible. The chest detailing and just all the little detailings here and there with the green, the purple, the silver, just everything works super well. And the backpack, this might seem really bad, but this is actually pretty decent, to be perfectly honest with you. Following up close behind is Bonecrusher, and yeah, this detailing, he's a lot more simple, as the fact that he just forms one of the arms of Devastator, and he does have a lot more simple detailing, which I feel like this figure could have definitely used a little more paint perhaps. There's just so much green that it just kind of contrasts everything, but overall he doesn't look too bad.
Hey guys, it's me editing the video. I looked back at the model of Bonecrusher in the 86 movie and in the 84 show, and I didn't fully realize how, you know, the paint that he has, the lack of paint, that's part of his character, like a part of his character design. Yeah, so ignore what I just said. Let's get back to the video.
Now, getting to these guys' articulation, they do have kind of similar articulation, but they also have a little bit different articulation. Once again, starting with Scrapper, you do have a ball joint at the head. Allows him to look up that far, look down that far, as well as look side to side. You get a full 360 at the arm. You just gotta make sure to watch out for the scoop. Arm moves out, swivel here, bend at the elbow, and it's a little more tighter because that is for the transformation. Stay tuned. Because of the transformation, you do get a move in and out on the wrist. No waist swivel, but you do get a little crunch, a little side crunch. It only goes that way though, just because that's for the Devastator component. The leg can kick up about that far, can kick back about that far, leg can kick out about that far. Swivel here. You get a bend at the knee, you get an up at the toe, and you do get a excellent pivot. So overall, Scrapper's articulation is fantastic, but what about Bonecrusher's? Well, let's take a look at him. For Bonecrusher, you also get a ball joint at the head, allows him to look up really far and look down a pretty decent amount, as well as look side to side. You do get a full 360 at the arm moves out because it is on a ball joint. You do technically get a swivel, it's a tiny one. You do get a ball joint here at the elbow, and because of the transformation, the arm can also move back, which is a pretty cool detail. No waist swivel, unfortunately. The leg can kick up about that far, can kick back. If you watch out for this little tab that's down here, you can kick about that far. The leg moves out, swivel here, a very tight bend at the knee. No up and down at the foot. The toes can close, but it's more for the transformation, and you do get, once again, a excellent pivot. And so overall, these guys' articulation are fantastic. I genuinely think you can get a lot of really great poses with these guys. But what about their accessories? Well, starting off with Bonecrusher, he only comes with one accessory, being this blaster. And as you can see, it looks pretty decent. It's got some decent painting and sculpting. And the way you attach this is pretty simple as always. You just plug it into his hand, and you got a little pea shooter. Now, as for Scrapper, he does come with a few more accessories, starting off with his gun, which is a little bit larger. And once again, you can just give him the blaster, like so. But in case for some of you Combiner Wars fans, he does, of course, come with the pieces to form Devastator's gun. And you can either combine them together, or you can just have Scrapper hold them individually. I'm just going to have him hold one of the guns just because, you know, that's going to be a whole thing for later. So yeah, overall, I really love the way that these guys come together. I do kind of wish that Bonecrusher came with some accessory for Devastator, as is kind of what is tradition, I feel like, for Devastator, but that's just me. And so, with all of that out of the way, how do these two scale? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at it. Starting things off as always, here he is next to the Deluxe class TF1 Optimus Prime and Megatron, the Voyager class TF1 Sentinel Prime, aka my previous review, the Transformers Age of the Primes Voyager class Prima. Here they are next to the 86 Commander class Optimus Prime. And because we don't currently have the 86 Megatron just yet, here they are next to the Leader class 109 Concept Art Megatron. So there you are. And with that out of the way, guys, let's get on to phase 1 of the transformation. And there we go. There is phase 1, aka the first transformation, fully completed. And here they are in their construction vehicle mode. And these guys cleaned up really, really well. I am genuinely amazed. I get their 86 figures, but holy cow, that transformation was really fun. And getting to these guys' sculpting and detailing, they did a really good job with carrying over a lot of the details from the robot mode onto the vehicle modes. These guys look amazing. And they actually also made it a function where you could still, you know, work with the scoop and make it actually seem like a construction vehicle, which is something that I really do appreciate with these guys. The same can be said for Bonecrusher here as well. As you can see, they capture the detailing very, very well. And I feel like any 84 and 86 fan will genuinely really appreciate and love these figures. And of course, you do, of course, get the scoop. There is, of course, the little thing, because this was the front of the chest for the robot mode. So you do have to kind of keep the scoop down. But overall, it's nothing too crazy. And so, let's get on to Phase 2, aka the combined modes. And just like that, that is the combined modes ready to go. And honestly, these guys look pretty good. I love the way they were able to bring these together and make them look absolutely fantastic. Oh, I guess I forgot to do this actually. So that these pieces can be a lot more secure, you want to rotate this around. And then this little piece here will tab into there. So like that. And in case you're wondering why I have these untabbed, that is more for the combining of him and Long Haul. Stay tuned for that, as we will get more into that when I review those figures. But overall, these guys are absolutely fantastic. So with that, guys, that go ahead and marks the end of the closer look at these guys. So let's go to my overall thoughts, and I'll let you guys know what I think of these figures. And with that, guys, that go ahead and marks the end of the review. If I had to give my overall thoughts real quick, some pros. They look really good. They look really accurate to the movie, despite how simple their designs were. They were able to really capture the designs super well. Their detailing, articulation, everything is fantastic. The accessories are really, really good too. Nice and simple. And I like how even with Scrapper, he came with the gun for Devastator. That was a nice little inclusion. Their scaling, I'll admit, Scrapper scaling is a little awkward since he is basically like a deluxe despite being a Voyager price. But I understand why they did it, just because like they needed to be able to fit in the scaling, or not even the scaling, just be able to fit in everything that they needed for Devastator, because he is obviously forming one of the legs. Now, cons, I wish that he was able to have a little more something, at least like with like the chest, because he has no waist swivel, no wrist articulation, no none of that, and he can't he doesn't have an up and down at his foot, so. That is definitely something that I wish that he could have came with, but I also understand why. He is a deluxe, so obviously some things had to be sacrificed in order to make these guys as good as they are. But if I had to rate both these guys individually, for Bonecrusher, I would have to give him a solid 7 out of 10, and for Scrapper, I would have to give him a solid 8.5 out of 10. Now, Scrapper is my favorite Constructicon, so I'm not even being biased here. I'm just going off what I think personally. Would I recommend these two? If you're trying to collect Devastator, absolutely. These guys are amazing. Or if you just want to, further your 86 collection or even your 84 collection, I say go for it. These guys are really good, and I feel like that you don't necessarily feel like scammed out of your money. I think these two are really good overall. But with that, guys, that go ahead and marks the end of the video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Have a good day, have a good night, and I'll catch y'all on the flip side.
Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe. This is Optimus endorsing Thundermus Prime. It's prime time.